and go live.
Let's get it.
And that's the issue. Anyhow, everybody, I apologize. This is the first time I had scheduled a stream, but I think we are good to go now. What are you going to do? Anyhow, welcome everybody. Welcome to Digital Asset News. Try to take the top stories in crypto and digital assets and turn them into bite-sized pieces. But today, we got a little bit something special. We're going to be talking to the founders and the brainchilds of Zero.exchange, and they're going to talk to us about how they're going to actually save us some fees, get into some liquidity, and then talk about how we can start to maybe dominate some of the market by picking up some of the cryptocurrencies or assets that you want to see in your wallet, because right now, fees are insane. So first of all, let me welcome everybody to the show. Ryan Gorman, he is one of the co-founders of Trade the Chain. Alex Mascioli, another co-founder of Trade the Chain. We've got my man, Danish Chowdhury. He's the head of Bitcoin.com. We've got Graham and Edmund Hillary here from Zero.exchange to give us a demo on how it actually works and how we can actually pick up some Zero.exchange. And just for point of reference, to be totally transparent, I personally own the Zero token. So I'll just get that out of the way. And I haven't picked up much of it, but after this demo, maybe I'll pick up a ton more. So gentlemen, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having us, Rob. Yeah, real quick, Graham here from Zero.exchange, and obviously pleasure to be here and to showcase the Zero.exchange DEX. Our mission is multi-chain, and I think you guys saw when we were on Trade the Chain a week or so back, and then also from the demo that my colleague Edmund did for the Moonbeam Illuminate event, we aim to conquer all things cross-chain, and that not only includes being able to trade assets on various blockchains, but also to apply that cross-chain magic to IDOs, to trading and charting of your digital assets on different blockchains, as well as NFTs. And we're going to jump in here in a little bit and have Edmund do a little bit of a demo for you guys, since I know that Rob had gotten a lot of questions over the course of the last week about how to buy Zero, the Zero token, which is available currently on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Avalanche. So one of the really exciting things from last week was our release of our V2 app. So it's been out in the wild now for about a week. So we hope all of you are enjoying the new user experience and are excited for our first IDO tomorrow, which is WASDR, socialized gaming platform. One of the other things that we announced today too was that we were going to be launching our partnership with ChartX is going to be launching Avalanche charts. So we will now have access to be able to do technical analysis on Avalanche assets native to Zero.exchange, which is super, super exciting. I think when we started on this mission back late last year, Avalanche was like tailor-made. It was the blockchain we were all super excited about implementing a DEX on, and fast forward to now, and we've got Binance Smart Chain in there. We've done the Moonbeam integration. We've got another blockchain here coming in about a week or so, which I'll let Edmund spill the beans on that. And 2 or 3 others as well. So we've come a long way, but we're nowhere near our goals yet. And again, multi-chain really, I think, is extremely powerful, compelling story, taking all these kind of disparate blockchains and taking all the best parts of all of them and putting them on one platform is our goal. So
Gotcha.
I'm going to hand things over to Edmund or Rob if you have a comment, and let you guys take it away.
No, just real quick. I was gonna ask for the V1, how long has it been since you guys launched? Because this is a pretty new project, and now you're already into the version 2. So when did everything just get rolling? Just for people in the background to talk about how early they are for this.
Yeah. So February 5th was kind of our big day where we launched our cross-chain bridging functions to Avalanche, kind of our mainnet, I guess, if you want to call it that. So we are probably somewhere in the neighborhood of just over 100 days old, a little more than that maybe. We actually launched on Uniswap back in the beginning of January. And to this day, even though the look and feel of it is different, anything that you do on Ethereum on Zero is the exact same as Uniswap. The liquidity is the same, the AMM is the same, the routing is the same. But yeah, we are extremely young, only a couple months old, and we've accomplished a lot. But again, we're just getting started.
Yeah, I like what I see. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. And then Edmund, let's give the people what they want. Give us a demo. Show us how to get this thing working.
Last time I did this, I had to hide half my stuff, didn't I?
That's okay. That practice makes perfect.
Well, we were on the dev branch, and I think all right, I just shared the browser. How am I looking?
I can see everything, guys. You got it.
All righty.
Good to go.
Good.
I'll click around a little bit, show off, kind of the new V2. Again, this is now, app.zero.exchange does formally go here. It's no longer a dev link. It's no longer a bunch of fishing around trying to showcase and trying to hide at the same time to make sure people aren't playing around on our dev branches.
Yeah.
So this is live. This is the new look and feel of Zero Exchange, where we have, the nice clean liquidity graphs, the wallet holders, how much total value locked, the latest transactions. These are rolling in from in this case, it's whatever chain you're connected to. So connected to the Avalanche chain, where you can see that, people are trading Uni and Zero, and our new partner, the Gondola project, or Gondola Finance, where they're implementing a pretty cool stable swap protocol as well. That's going to bring new utility to Zero Exchange. Sorry. So going right into it, we are choosing the Avalanche network to kind of show off swaps, and in an effort to the mission of Zero Exchange is to kind of remove, well, one, cross chain, but why cross chain? And that's a big question, and that's the lower fees. Ethereum gas is down right now, sure, but fees are still very, very expensive compared to say the Avalanche blockchain. So going right over to the swap page. So on Avalanche blockchain, you need a little bit of AVAX to perform swaps. We actually have a nice cool bridging feature. So the first time you go and do a bridge transfer, if you've never been to Avalanche, we actually seed your account with enough to do, I believe, 1 approval and 3 swaps. Nice. So that way, if you literally don't have AVAX and you have a bunch of Tether and you send it to our platform, we're giving you enough AVAX to get started.
That is huge. Yeah, that is, you know what, Theta did something like that as well. They said, if you don't have enough T-Fuel, we're just going to give it to you. And then it just made like my life a heck of a lot easier. So if you're going to give us a little bit of Avalanche to bring over Tether, win-win.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a nice way. That way you can trade your Tether or whatever you want to AVAX. So you can trade, have more for gas, or if you're using AVAX for just gas, AVAX is the native gas currency for the Avalanche blockchain. A couple other
just want to make sure that first transaction, or that second transaction you do, is to get more of that base gas token so that you're good to go.
It's a great point. Yes. So if you're brought over a bunch of Tether, make sure that very first swap you do is to go get some AVAX. So you have enough, and you don't need a lot. About 1 AVAX will get you a very long way. And I'll show you, we'll show you on the Explorer to show you about how much an average transaction costs. Quickly moving through it, there's some other little features we've added where if you swap, change your chain and you go to hit Smart Chain. Smart Chain's having the network in general is having a little slowness today. I think how many people are currently using it, but you'll notice it auto detected it. It's going to let me switch the network automatically, so you don't have to do anything in your MetaMask. If you didn't have Binance Smart Chain in your MetaMask, it's going to offer to add it automatically in very same fashion for Avalanche as well. You don't have to go fishing for our PC settings. You don't have to go trying to set or change your network. We're auto detecting and changing.
Awesome. Yeah, make it simple, because I just need it as simple as possible, because we're gonna have a massive amount of people come in. Great, thanks.
That's the hope. So now to show you how simple a swap and how quick a swap is on AVAX, we're gonna take a little bit of AVAX. We'll buy a little bit of Zero token, and we'll show you some farming too. So 1 AVAX, right? We're gonna go get 147.160. We're gonna hit swap. We're going to convey, this should all be pretty familiar for anybody who's used Uniswap or a similar AMM. If not, a little different experience from, say, a centralized exchange or a Coinbase, but not too hard. You confirm the swap, your MetaMask is going to pop open. it's going to say the total fee is 1.08. The 1 is because I said to use 1 AVAX. The 08 will actually not be, I don't believe, that much. That's the max gas because we set the limit nice and high to make sure everything goes through. There it is. Success, right? Your tokens have been, your transfer is done. If you click on view the C chain, you're going to see that so the actual transaction fee was 0.029 AVAX.
Anybody got a
Anybody
what is
got
that?
the calculator?
Because
How much?
AVAX is like 25.
Yeah, so the price of AVAX right now is $38, I think.
Okay.
So what do we got?
So
0.03 times 38. So it was $1.14 for that swap.
Yeah, that's huge. And you know what? So real quick, not to jump ahead, but I can't help it. Anybody know the price right now for the Zero token? Because last time I checked, it was like a quarter, something like that.
Right about there, 26.4 cents.
Yeah. What's your max supply?
950 million. We had 1 billion and we burnt 50 million tokens recently to kind of offset the emissions from the current farming.
Okay, just financial opinion, not financial advice. Thanks. All right, so with what do we have next? Because that's huge fees. Because I tried to do a swap a couple of days ago on Uni, and we all know where we're going with that one, right? So, but I didn't know about until I just talked to you right now. I didn't know about you seeded with Avalanche from Tether, which I think would be pretty huge. That's a great thing. What else do we have for like the Binance chain? Because when Alex was talking to me, he said also that the fees were extremely low there too, which I think it should be.
Well,
they're even lower.
Yeah, I will try both. I do want to make a really good point about the Avalanche chain, just to call it out. There's no front running. So there's no bots. It doesn't exist on their chain or yet. Maybe somebody smart will figure it out. Who knows? But either you have to like bump your gas fees way high when you're doing like popular trades on Uniswap because a bot will catch it and then steal some of your funds.
Yeah.
So that's a big perk of some of these other chains is that the concept of bots and front running and the mempool doesn't exist. So you can just set it, forget it, trade it, done.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool.
Do you want me? I can show farming next, or I can show Binance Smart Chain. What would you prefer?
Nah, Binance Smart Chain. We know it's lower. I think everybody knows about that. Let's just go into the farming. And I will say this before we started. I actually try to do because if we use the Ethereum chain, the prices are still going to be pretty much the same dealy as far as Ethereum as I see. Am I incorrect on that one?
Yes. So
because it's Ethereum.
Yeah, the Ethereum chain, it's going to be whatever the current gas rates are. We are a fork of Uniswap, so anything you can trade on Uniswap, you can trade on Zero. Same fees, same everything, same front running risks, same. Ethereum comes with Ethereum problems. Obviously, a lot more tokens and things like that are available for trade on Ethereum, but with the Apricot update coming to the Avalanche ecosystem, that'll bring a lot more tokens to Avalanche, as well as obviously the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem is exploding now. So you can see all these new tokens are coming into these other ecosystems. So yeah, Ethereum comes with Ethereum problems, but Ethereum also comes with Ethereum choice. So that's where where Zero is trying to wear the hat to offer the most choice to all the chains.
Yeah, right place, right time, and then plus with the NFTs you just talked about and the charting sounds pretty decent. All right, so yeah, let's take a look at this farming.
Yeah, so this was in beta when we last showed this off, but now you can kind of quickly see what the reward is per week. See how all of our current emissions and what they're emitting. So these are all emitting in Zero right now. So you have to pair your ads. So when you do liquidity mining, I guess let's take it back one step. Well, how does that work? So you're going to provide an asset, in this case, Zero and USDC. Or Zero USDT or whatever asset you have to provide something, and in reward to providing liquidity for the exchange, we are going to give you or emit Zero token to you as a reward for helping make our exchange more liquid.
Got it. Yeah, so sounds good.
Yep. So, and we've made that as simple as possible, I guess. So if you go here and we're going to go into we're going to add some liquidity. Come on.
I got to tell you, I do like simplicity.
Yeah, and by the way, I've been using this now, what he's going through for the last week, and it's phenomenal. I mean, you just have, and you can harvest. I've been doing it on BSC, and you just get to harvest every day and add the LP back right back in.
Yep, same. So, and that's the same. Like everything you're seeing here repeats on Binance. The only difference being is Binance Smart Chain, the gas token is BNB. Just like with Avalanche, we send you a little bit of BNB for your first couple transactions. So that way, and make sure your first transaction, if you're making that bridge, and I'll show the bridge off as well. If you're making that bridge jump, make sure that first gas transaction or that first swap transaction is to go get more BNB.
It's simple and intuitive. I mean, I love this. I've been doing the yield farming as well
Yep.
alongside Alex, and I'm not the most technically savvy guy when it comes to these type of things. And after seeing it done once, I can just navigate right through it,
Yep.
no problem. I'm harvesting on a daily basis as well. I love it.
Like to hear that. So I love to hear that. So we're going to add a little bit of liquidity, right? We're going to have, back $12 of tether to 48 point, and it auto figured that out, right? It bases that on the price of zero at the time. You click supply, and you're going to confirm the supply. There it is. That's good. You're adding liquidity. Same idea pops up. Confirm. Again, that's an Avalanche transaction. It's about $1.
Wow.
At current value of AVAX and everything else.
All right.
There it is, and you can see that it just confirmed the transaction, and you can see that it found the liquidity. So now you can see I now own 0.003% of the Zero ZUSDC or USDT pool.
I also just want to add to the people out there, right now this program is hot. I mean, the APY is off the charts.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Sorry,
No, we're over 200%. It's crazy.
Well, that's one of our new things that we did push in V2 was my whole browser. So I'm sorry, I've been having some internet issues. We're getting there. It just refreshed the page, so that'd be on. You'll notice the APRs are now listed. So some gamesmanship occurs as people try and jump between the different pools to maximize their APR, and that's all based on a couple things. It's based on the emissions. The emissions are fixed per pool per week, but the amount of liquidity will change. So as the liquidity changes in the pool, then the APR is going to change.
Oh wow. Yeah, those APY, God, it's amazing to me, just how fast crypto moves. I mean, this was a project just 100 days ago that got going. Look how far they've come. And I got to tell you, the first version that you had, a little clunky. Wasn't too super happy with it. But I'm taking a look at this. I'm like, you guys must have done a ton of work to get this to where it is.
We've got some incredible devs that are pretty proud of this. When the worst feedback you receive from some of the community is the font's a little too big, or then that you did great. I personally think it's perfect. I will say everyone's going to have their feedback, but it's meant to be quick, easy. It's meant to give you the information you need to make intelligent trades. And just quickly showing off the rest of that farming. So now you've made your LP. So now you have to just deposit it. You say deposit. How much you want to do, you say max or however much you want. Here's and keep in mind, I did what, $14 worth of liquidity. So I didn't do a lot, but I'm going to earn 60 per week as a reward for helping provide liquidity. Your MetaMask is going to auto pop up. All you have to do is basically sign the transaction that says, yes, I am who I say I am. I'm going to deposit the LP, and we're going to say confirm. That's going to deposit. You're going to see it takes a short amount of time. And keep in mind, not being front run or anything, like that is now deposited. This is going to refresh. There it is. Boom. There's your 5.970 per week. You can withdraw at any time. You can claim your rewards at any time. As I think Alex had said, he likes to stack his LP, it's called, right? So that's when you go and you make your claim and you claim your rewards, and then you just keep adding it. So there you go. I already earned 0.00020, and I could harvest that and add it back and just keep piling on the liquidity to earn more rewards. That's a technique for yield farmers. And again, we've tried to make it as easy and clean as possible. So if you're on your pools page again,
awesome.
You can see where I want to click the stake there. I'm staked in that pool. That's what I'm earning. There you go. And it's meant to be put the information that's important to you in your trading right in front of you. And that's the farming experience that exists across all three chains: Ethereum, Binance, Avalanche chain, all three of them. So that's farming in a nutshell. We have with all that going, we have the bridge, which we've showed off, and I should have done a transaction before this call just to show. But like before, you can send your assets between chains. So this is an arbitrage technique. It's also useful for many other reasons. As new listings occur, or you want to have different exposure to the different chains, or as projects want to list their token on different chains. We build our bridge directly into our exchange. So again, if I wanted to send Zero token from, 50. And I won't finish this right now, because if I finish it right now, it's not going to, it won't clear right now because of it takes a little bit to finish, but
That's fine.
it won't make for a very sexy demo. But it doesn't take a while. It takes a couple of minutes. It just depends on which chain you are going to. But if we're going to go, 50-0 from Avalanche to Smart Chain, the fixed fee of 2.99 AVAX, and this zero will literally go using chain safe technology across the chain bridge, or across the cross chain bridge, the zero bridge, and your zero will be minted or locked in the bridge and then minted in the Binance Smart Chain. Or say you had a whole bunch of DAI on them, and you want to send your DAI back home to Ethereum world. So it's ZDAI right now. If you want to send it from Avalanche back to Ethereum, that ZDAI is going to become your ERC20 standard DAI. So everything you see on our exchange is backed by the assets on the Ethereum chain.
Okay. So yeah, everything is just right there. Gotcha. Cross chains. And then just real quick over there, I see that you've got home swap transfers, pools, and charts. I know we had briefly touched on charts.
So charts are going to be seeing a huge improvement soon. Right now, this is, I think, just going to pull up the what are known as the graph charts. These are the ones that everyone are pretty used to seeing, which comes directly from the graph. We just announced a pretty major partnership with ChartX, who's going to help provide us charting and native iframes and charting to all of our chains, so that kind of what the zero token price is across all its pairs and all its chains, so that you're getting a lot more live and interactive charting experience, as opposed to the more boring, for lack of a better term, Uniswap charting, which is kind of that graph experience that everybody sees. So the entire zero analytics experience will be getting a big upgrade in the coming weeks.
And then talk to us real quick. I know you briefly touched on NFTs. How is that going to be integrated, and when?
Well, so good. I guess I should go to the homepage, right? Or no, it's just right off of Zero.exchange. So we'll go there.
I really push the questions, I know.
But this is where, so as you can see, we have our, supported chains, Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Polkadot through Moonbeam, which we're all, just waiting for the parachain auctions and everything to finish up, so that we can formally launch on Polkadot. And then you have this fun one right here, which is Polygon Matic. And Polygon Matic is a great chain that has a lot of kind of new features. Right now, I think it's really, really, really hot in the NFT space. So, this is probably a first listen, I'd say, in the next week or two. I don't want to sell the devs down the river, but we should be launching our next chain, which will be, which should, knock on wood, pending, again, selling those same devs down the river, be the Polygon network, which will enable cross-chaining of assets. So that'll be, cross-chaining of the ERC20 assets to Polygon. We have I guess it's been semi-teased, semi-not teased, an IDO partner, which will be helping us kind of birth that chain, if you will. And that, where we see that going is cross-chaining of NFT assets, as well as, if you think about the goal of having our own NFT marketplace, which is on the roadmap as well.
Thanks for asking me. Yeah, perfect.
This is huge. This is, you got 5 chains. I will tell you too, Rob, I don't know, you and I have had this conversation. We haven't used Uniswap in gosh knows how long, really. But when I was transacting, when I was transacting for the last couple weeks on BSC here, it's so phenomenal. It's just the cost savings of each transaction. It's like, I feel like I'm back in the game again,
Yeah, crazy. Okay, so yeah, that's Edmund. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Because look, 100 days. You're coming up on 5 chains. You just signed a deal for gaming, charting, and NFTs, your own marketplace. Is that in a nutshell? Is that all you've done?
I was going to say, I guess, we didn't even talk about, we are a Launchpad now. We have a pretty exciting IDO occurring tomorrow with WASDR, which is a pretty fantastic project that we're extremely excited about. So that's the Zero Gravity Launchpad. So the WASDR IDO, we have to fix that hours. I guess the claim starts in 6 hours, but so the IDO is tomorrow. We will be kind of the exclusive IDO offering for WASDR, and this is where holding, that's one of the major utilities of holding the Zero token at this time, is that you get there's different tiers. So every 5,000 Zero you hold is a lottery ticket to get a potential an allocation for our IDOs, as well as if you hit a certain tier threshold of 500,000 Zero or 1 million Zero, you get guaranteed allocations. Obviously, if you're making a huge bet on our platform and our product, then that's a little way to say thank you for the big bet you are making. But it is a system to kind of incentivize, what do we call it, the guppies and the whales. And so that is also what we do is a Launchpad with our first kind of inaugural launch being tomorrow.
Okay, awesome.
Nice.
That's
One really quick important thing too is that a lot of our community, a lot of them are based in the U.S. and we had a really good discussion with our legal team a few weeks ago about how do we keep U.S. traders involved in IDOs where there's a KYC requirement. They clearly cannot participate directly, and we've come up with a really elegant solution for that. And this is one of a kind. This is something we've named Zero Hassle, Zero ID for kind of some meme potential there. But what we're essentially going to do with our partnership with Chiron Labs is anybody that wins or is going to get a whitelist spot, but they can't KYC. Essentially, what we're going to do is we are going to take their token allocation. We're going to hand it over to our market maker. They're going to manage sell it, which is the most healthy way to sell those tokens over the course of a week. And essentially, a week after that, all of those folks that won a whitelist spot but weren't able to KYC, they are going to be able to come to our app, and they're going to be able to claim what was essentially the proceeds of their token allocation, their whitelist allocation. And that allows them to still participate in the IDO indirectly and adhere to any legal regulations based on the jurisdiction that you live in. So you're essentially still being able to participate in the IDO indirectly, but because we're not taking their money and we're never giving back any tokens, it is a really elegant solution to keep the community involved and excited in a launch. Even if they can't participate in the token sale directly.
Yeah, that is something, because I mean the whole thing is to make sure that it is not a security, to make sure that you don't fall victim to that. So you're going to essentially hold on to everything and then later on transfer it over. It sounds like. Yeah.
So our market making partner is going to manage sell all of the tokens that weren't able to be claimed, and then based upon your address, your wallet address, you'll be able to go into our app a week after the listing and click claim. Yeah, click claim, and you're not going to get tokens. You're going to get the proceeds of the sale of your tokens. So the tokens never actually touch your hands, which is very important.
It's just there, and you never had possession of it, and it's just no harm, no foul.
Exactly. But they, we actually did that for Wall Street bets, and we got people over a 7x return.
Well, I'm glad you're here on this show. So, so anyhow, so is there anything else we want to cover? I mean, what we've done so far, but this looks like fantastic information. And this is why everybody who's watching today, again, this is not a one-stop shop for information. You should really reach out there, do your own research, take a look at everything, investment opinion, not investment advice. I mean, I told you what I did, but it's not about me. It's your goals are not my goals. So we just give you the information, and you, of course, make the decision of what you want to do here. But
Rob, your goals are my goals. Whatever goals you have, I have the same.
My goal is to get a Crypto AM hat from Alex, and my goal is to live in a place as nice as Ryan's. All right. So anyhow, so we're good to go, because there's something else we want to. There's another announcement we want to talk about.
Whoa, that would be the sleepy guy over there, Danish.
A little bit. I was going to say my goal is to have hair like Ryan. Like, everybody should have that goal. It's so good.
That's impossible. You can't have there can't be two best hairs in crypto. It doesn't exist. Sorry.
I think when I see him in Miami, I'm just going to give him a badge. He's going to wear best hair in crypto wherever he goes around the conference.
Exactly.
All 10,000 people supposedly at the conference. So be like, oh God, that's that guy from the video.
It's that guy.
There's the guy with the hair. I don't know his name. Hey, Edmund, or Could you guys switch back to the other view? We'll stop the screen shares.
Sure thing. Of course. There we go.
Gentlemen, thank you for explaining and taking your time to just help out the newbies who need the information, like myself, because that was very educational. That avalanche, NFTs, everything else looks pretty good. So
thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So to talk about, there's a listing that's going to happen. So let's hear it, Danish. Let's hear what's going on.
Rob, you have a way of like making me spill the beans even before, you know, before anybody else. No, I think I'm just don't want to give out too many details, but in a few weeks we will be launching the Cent token, which is the Trade the Chain's governance and community rewards token, which is going to be for the Trade the Chain community. I can't say too much yet, but more details will come soon enough. And I think, ooh, to the moon.
There's a reason why I wear this shirt.
That's a great
Where are we launching the token? Where is it launching on?
So that's what I was gonna say. So like, I think this, I mean, you guys all saw how great Zero is. And I think Zero is basically where we've chosen to launch a token, mainly for all the features you've seen. I think the community will be able to benefit from the speed of Avalanche, also take advantage of BNB or BSC, I suppose, and the yield farms that you see, and the marketplace that's going to come around. So I think all of that will really play really good with the token itself and all the features it has to offer. And I think Zero is a great partner to have, and I think there will be certain rewards that Zero will also offer as we launch a token with them.
Yeah, absolutely, Danish. And I know that you have some great things in the pipeline with the Cent token that you'll be able to share over the coming weeks. And you know, I'm excited about them. I think our community will be as well. And I can't wait for them to learn more about it for sure.
Definitely, I think Trade the Chain community is like absolutely fantastic, and I think it just makes sense. And yeah, I think more details will be dropped soon. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag just yet. So.
Hey, how about this? Once this token drops, the Cent token, how about Danish, you come back and give us like a quick tutorial on everything that's going on, how to use it and everything else.
Done.
Actually, no, all you guys. Ryan.
Yeah, we'll all be here. We'll show you how it works in Zero.exchange. The Zero team will be there to explain it. And we'll show you all the features. We'll show you all the perks that come with the token.
Exclusive provider, Zero token. So you guys excited?
Super excited. No, it's great news, man. Listen, you know, the Zero.exchange team has been fantastic to learn from as we've interacted with them over the course of the last month. I think, you know, it's super exciting to kind of, you know, just be playing around with their project, which is so successful. I think it's going to be a huge game changer. And the guys, they're a solid team. So I'm super excited.
So,
yeah, definitely.
So just real quick, everybody. So what we're talking about is the Cent token, which is going to be the official token for Trade the Chain. If you haven't taken a look at Trade the Chain, it is sentiment analysis. If you don't think that news moves this market, well, just take a look at any kind of Elon Musk tweet and just go from there. So one of the big things is just check it out in the description below. Take a look at Trade the Chain. It's the same thing that I use on all my videos, where I take a look at what the price action is and the daily sentiment analysis and what's going to go up in the next hour. So on top of that, there's going to be a token, and it's going to be the official provider is going to be Zero.exchange. And what I'm excited about is actually not only how to use this, how it's going to fit in, but the great tokenomics and how that all works together. So maybe in a couple of weeks we can get that done.
Yep, maybe in a couple of weeks. No, I mean, definitely in a couple of weeks, we'll drop more information, or I'll drop more information. And I think it'll get people really excited for all the things that are coming. And I think with Zero and all the bridges, and I think by the time Polygon will be on as well, and I think there may or may not be a good eyesight on the Polkadot bridge as well. I think all of those 5 chains are going to make Cent really, really applicable to all those ecosystems.
I'm excited to buy Cent. Using, you know, on the AVAX chain or BSC, I don't know. I'm excited to mess around. I want to see.
Absolutely, I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to swap it across all the chains and just, you know, play with it more. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it'll be great.
I'm excited to go buy some more Avalanche today. All right.
Great.
So everybody, that is it for today's show. Any departing last words of wisdom for anybody out there, and then we'll take off.
No.
No, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And Graham, thank you so much, man, for showing off the platform, dude.
You got it. You got it. Go multi-chain.
Pleasure's all ours.